Hello, everybody. This is Tamara with Tamara's Colorful Coven. And before I go any further, I would like to say that if you're 18 and younger, I ask you to kindly please leave. This is an adult coloring and craft channel. Thanks so much. I came up with a new tag the other day, and I contacted a few people, colorists on YouTube, and asked if they'd like to join. And they said yes. My tag is called Pastel Halloween. And what it is you pick any Halloween picture or scary picture that you want to color, and you color it all in pastel colors only. Doesn't matter what medium you use, as long as it's pastel colors. And I'm going to use for myself the Marco 24 set pastels and the pastel colored pencils. Now, I have both of these in the description where you can get them. The Pastel, I only found them on Etsy, and the link's down below in the description. I found them on Etsy. The only thing is it says that there's a low quantity of them. My husband got mine off of eBay, but it wasn't eBay USA. I can't remember which part of eBay he got it off of. So, but also, I am tagging in here. The reason I'm going to tag Claire from Claire's colorful or coloring community. Excuse me. She came up with some of the questions, and I told her I would credit her with the questions. Also, I would like to tag Nikki Niagara, her channel. I've got her links down below to her channel and to her YouTube page. Jamie Color Love, her link to her channel is down below. And Davissa, I think her last name's Davis, don't quote me on that. I got her links down below too for her YouTube channel. And I am going, also down below too, I have downloaded the list of questions that me and Claire came up with. She's going to try to do this, she said. She just doesn't know if she's going to have time. And also, I put a link to where you can get the book to the picture that I'm going to color. I know they make it in a PDF, but I don't know their site for PDF to get their PDF. So if anybody knows it, if you could put it down below as a comment, I'd really appreciate it. The picture I'm going to color is this picture right here. Sorry guys, let me see if I can get this thing to work again. There we go. This is from Jade Summers' Dark Fantasy book, is what this is from. And I got the links below to where you can get the book from Amazon, but I cannot. I know they're not on Etsy, but I can't remember their website name. So if anybody knows the website, like I said, just post it down below, and I'll copy and paste and put it in my description. And I'm going to ask some questions. Now, these are different questions that are not on the Halloween scare tag. These are totally different. Me and mostly Claire from Claire's Coloring Community came up with most of these questions. So I only had a few, but I couldn't. Claire was really good at coming up with the questions. So hold on, guys. My phone has a habit of. I'm going to do something real fast here so I can see better. Okay, so I'm going to do the skin, and the colors I'm going to use are for in the Marcos will be Pale Peach and Marco Pastel Skin Pink. Now, I named mine, is what I did. And then I've got for in the Aster Pastelo. Now on mine, I gave mine numbers and names, and I based it off of the Holbein pastel. So the same names are for the same colors as what the Holbeins are. So for 116 is Ivory, 019 Shell Pink, 11 Cherry Blossom, hold on here, 476 Sea Fog, 173 is Beige, 171 is Quartz, and 175 is Sand. So where I'm going to start off first, like I said, I'm going to do her skin, I'm going to do her face, and then her neck and her chest, and then her arms. So first of all, I'm going to start out with, because I want to give her some shadows. And this is, no, that's good. There it is. This is Astrolove, and I call it 476 Sea Fog. Trying to get my swatches put up here. Okay, and all these are is just my color thing. Okay, here, where do I want to start out first? Okay, I'm going to do shadows first. Now, while I'm coloring, I've got 15 questions that I'm going to not only say, but answer. Okay, the first question is, what is your favorite candy for Halloween? Mine, I would have to say, I really like Twix. Mine was Twix. Although, I do want to say, when I was little, that I'm lucky, out of all the trick-or-treating I did, I'm lucky I got what I did for candy, because I now do what my mom did to me when I was little. I would take my candy. Okay, so I'm just concentrating on my shadows. Okay, second question. What is your most favorite memory of Halloween when you were a kid? I would have to say, I think I was like in the fourth grade in my hometown of Leavenworth, Kansas. And my parents, of course, took me trick-or-treating. And if I remember correctly, that year I was Hubert. That's when all these, remember those suffocating masks that we had to wear, those with the rubber bands around our head? I hated those things. I hated those things. But I was Hubert, and I'll never forget, Mom and Dad took me to this trick-or-treating. Well, lo and behold, this one kid's house, one person's house, I did not know that lived there. He was the kid I had a crush on when I was in fourth grade. And, oh my God, I'm so thankful he did not recognize me and know who I was, because he was at home with his mom, and he was in my class, but I don't think he was, I know he wasn't trick-or-treating that year, but I also couldn't tell you why. But I looked back at my mom and dad in the car, and I know what my mom was thinking. She was like, oh, there's her little crush. You know? So, yeah, that was my crush. Um, I'd have to say that was my most fondest memory of that. The candy wasn't my fondest memory, nor was the costume. I hated those types of costumes. I'd rather, like I was watching something the other day, I would rather have had the face paint, but my mom and dad hated having to put face paint on me. Um, I'm leaving my pencil out here where I want to put shadows out on her face. I never went to any really Halloween parties. I I had parents that, I'm not saying I didn't try to sneak out, because Lord knows I tried. Um, I had parents that were really strict, and I did sneak out one time to go to a party that I wasn't supposed to, and lo and behold, I got caught. But that's another story. Um, okay, let me get to the third question. What is your tradition for Halloween if you don't go trick or treating or hand out candy? Well, since my husband and I have been married, and it'll be 25 years, the 26th of October this month, that we've been married. And in that whole time that we've been married, we have, in all the years, we've had maybe 5 trick-or-treaters in all the places we've lived. 5 trick-or-treaters. And that was, the fact, no, yeah, 5. That was the first year, or our first Halloween together. And then the second one, where we lived in Kansas City, Kansas, it was funny because my brother-in-law came over with his daughter, and his daughter had her best friend with us, and we were living in this old apartment house. And we were living upstairs, and right across from us was another apartment, and it was funny because our niece was there to trick or treat from us, and she told her best friend, she goes, "My uncle lives here," and her best friend goes, "My uncle lives here too." It was kind of neat. Um, we normally we actually we're the kind that we don't really answer the doors anymore to on uh, Halloween night, and we normally shut the lights off, have the TV on, and depending on where we live, we don't have to here, but depending on where we live, my husband would always pull the car up right smack dab to the front door, so no one could really come to our side if we didn't want to our front door, and we'd have the lights off. We'd watch horror movies and have our own candy along with our our soda and just a second. Are you okay, Mark? Mark. Okay. And our soda or whatever, um, and probably popcorn or chips, and our own candy that we go to Dollar Tree to get our candy. I'm not going to pay outrageous prices. Um, and just stay home is what we mostly do. And then when we know that it's pretty much calmed down for trick or treaters to be coming around, that's when we turn the lights on and do what we normally do. We're normally night people to begin with. We're always pretty much up during the night. That's just who we are. We're always up. Our sleep schedule is worse than a baby's, I should say. And I want to say before I go any further, I'm not that great with skin. And right now, it probably doesn't even look like I'm doing anything, but I swear to God, I am. And I know I'm not going to finish this online. Um, I just wanted to basically start this and do like I said, I made this tag up and I wanted to do mine. And I told those that I was going to tag, I was going to, when I'm done and get this uploaded, I was going to give them the link. That way they knew what to do and stuff. And so, um, I'll have this once I'm done. I'll post this on Facebook. I don't know really how to work Instagram that much. I can send messages, but I really don't know how that really do anything else on it. Okay, fourth question. For those who have kids, did you dress them up for Halloween on their first Halloween? If so, what was it? Well, even though my guy will be 25 in April, this coming April, for his first Halloween, he was the baby. He was born in April. So, um, he was actually the blue M&M. And I was, of course, well, right along with him, I was the green M&M, but he was the blue M&M, and he looked so cute. I was happy I found that when I did because that was like the only one they had, and he looked so adorable. I wish I could find pictures of him when he was a baby. But I think they're packed away right now because we were hoping for the pandemic hit. We were going to be moved, and lo and behold, it didn't happen. And so, but that was the last time I really dressed up for Halloween. Let's see here. Five. For those who have pets, you dress them up for the holiday too, and if so, what is their costume? Well, I have a cat, Loki, but my cat, I know for a fact, will not let me even get near him with an outfit. There is no way. I'd be torn up. Okay. Six. Which spooky pet would you? This is, matter of fact, this one here is one of Claire's costumes. Which spooky pet would you choose? Black cat, owl, bat, rat, or wolf? Well, I would pick an owl because they're wise. So I would choose an owl because I like owls. Okay, seven. This is another one of Claire's favorite scary video game. Now I couldn't tell you what mine would be because I don't play the video games. I have oh my lord, a Nintendo Mini, and most all we play on it is Dr. Mario. So I really couldn't tell you any scary video games apps at all. Patrick, do you play any scary video games? Nope. Okay, my son doesn't either, so I wouldn't know how to answer that one. Eight. What weird slash silly things are you afraid of? Oh Lord. Okay, this is gonna sound strange, I know. But if I see a phone number or something like that that's got the last three digits of it is 666, that freaks me out. That just freaks me out. I know what it stands for, and I just don't like it. Ugh, hear me. Um, see here. I don't think I have any other ones. I told what my other one was. Something that freaked me out in the last tag. Black-eyed kid. Ugh. I don't know if they exist. It's just a thought. The thought of it. Okay. Let's see here. 9. Save Halloween scary song. Oh my. It's not really a Halloween song. It's a 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. You know, that whole, I'm not going to sing it all out. But that one, um, I would have to say the one I don't like the most though would have to be The Exorcist. My husband, my son teased me about that one. My husband had at one time had that as his ringtone set on his phone, and I told him to change it because I would never call him if he didn't. And then I remember one time I was on the phone talking to somebody, and my husband got for himself, I think it was a Funko Pop of Reagan as the Exorcist. He didn't think I was paying attention, and I saw it, and I freaking threw it off my desk and across the room. They thought it was funny. I didn't. But that movie freaked me out. Okay. Here's another one, number 10, that's hilarious. Have you ever used an Ouija board? I won't touch those things. I won't go near them. I don't want to know anything about them. I don't like those. I don't dabble in that. Number 11. Okay. Okay, this one's mine. 11. Tell us something creepy that has happened to you. Um, all I can think of is that it really wasn't creepy. You ever have dreams or premonitions that come true? Well, I had one that, when I was, in first grade, as a matter of fact, my fear of is heights. I'm scared to death of heights. And I had a dream that me and my family, we were in New York and we went up to the top of the highest hill, which I guess then would have been the Twin Towers. But you know how they say in a dream that if you land and you hit rock bottom, you'll die, you'll not wake back up? Well, in my dream, which is another thing too, I'm scared to death of elevators. I hate them. Like I'm also claustrophobic, but I hate elevators. Especially if they're glass elevators, or you look in the back of them and you can see yourself going up in them. I don't like those. But what happened was, I in my dream we were in New York. Why I don't know. We went up to the very top of one of the twin towers, and when we went to go leave. We were going to go in an elevator, and there's no elevator in there. There was nothing, but we still stepped in for some reason. And when I hit rock bottom, I woke up in a cold sweat, screaming my head off. To this day, and I had this thing when I was in first grade, and I'll be 48 in November. To this day, I hate elevators, and I am scared to death. I'm petrified of heights. And now I have vertigo, so that doesn't help me none at all. So, 12. Do you believe in spirits and ghosts? And if so, tell us if you do, or if you have had an encounter. Okay, encountered one. I do believe in spirits. And the reason I do is because when Patrick was a baby, he was born with a lot of health issues, and he ended up having to spend his first month and a half in Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas, Missouri, in the NICU. And he had to have his first surgery at 14 hours old. He passed that, and then at 5.5 months old, I actually, since he started turning blue, I stopped him from having a heart attack. And EMT had to life flight him out from where we lived to Children's Mercy, Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas, Missouri. And they had to take him in for emergency open heart surgery. Now, I remember it took like 6 doctors and nurses, including my husband, to get him out of my arms. I didn't want to let him go. And as we were down there, near where the operating room is. It's like a sliding glass elevator door, actually. But I was sitting across from the doors, just rocking and crying and praying and praying. And now keep in mind where I'm at, there's a little, off to the side of me, there's a little waiting room area. And my husband and my stepmother-in-law were sitting over there. And pretty soon, anyways, I had this little old nun came and sat beside me. And we were like in this long hallway. It's down at the bottom of the hospital in this long hallway. And we were towards the end of the hallway. And this little old nun comes and sit beside me, and she said, "Honey, you look like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Do you mind if I sit down and pray with you?" And I said, "Sure," which I'm a firm believer in the power of prayer. And I said, "Sure." And she said a prayer with me, and she said, "I think your son will be all right." And she got up, and there's no way that she could have got up and left that hallway as fast as she did, or disappeared as fast as she did. As soon as she got up, his surgeon came out and made it with flying colors, and I turned around to look and thank the nun, and she was gone. I mean, gone. Like, just nothing there. And I remember my husband and my stepmother-in-law was saying, "Well, who are you talking to?" And I said, "A nun came to talk to me and pray with me." And they were both like, "There was nobody there. Nobody sitting beside you. What were you talking about?" So I think that was God's way of sending an angel or a spirit to me to help calm me down, to let me know our son was going to be okay. Let's see here. 13. I think this is one of mine. Okay. Have you ever been in a real haunted house? Not the type that are made up for Halloween, but an honest haunted house. I never have, and I really hope to God I never have that, and never will be. 14. Do you go to cemeteries at night? And if so, have you seen anything? That I will say, yes, I did. I did when my mom first passed away. I was really lost. I was going in a downward spiral. I really was. It was a bad time for me. And I would go there, and believe it or not, I don't think anything happens at a cemetery at night. I really don't. I kind of felt like a peacefulness there. I was sitting at, well, my mom's buried. She's like, you drive up, and it's like, why did you get to the top? It's actually, you can even look from where she's sitting, I wish, where she's buried, and you can look out to the road to turn out onto the road. So it's just like as you enter into the cemetery. So I knew if anything was going to be coming or going and stuff, but it was out in the country. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel nothing. I just kind of felt some sense of peace is all I felt. Okay, and the last one. Have you ever experimented with an EMF recorder? Now, I haven't, but I don't know. If you guys don't know what those are certain, it's like a recording device. You'll have to, I know there's channels on YouTube where they do it, like Oh My Gosh, and Patty and the G Team. They do EMF readings and stuff, and they pick up recordings of, you know, it's sketchy at first. It's like white noise, but they pick up if you can hear spirits talking or not. Now, I have never done this. I don't want to really do this, but if there's somebody out there that has done it, let us know. And with that, I am going to let you guys go. And I tagged in this, like I said, I tagged Claire with Claire's Coloring Community because she gave me some of the questions. Nikki from Niagara. I tagged also Davissa and Jamie Loves Color. And all their links will be down below in the description. Have a nice night, guys. Bye-bye.